All right, guys, today we're going to learn how to divide rational expression. The first step is to change the sign. So guys, here's the first example. When we're dividing, I'm going to change it to a multiplication symbol. Everyone go ahead and change the sign. Yep. So step one is done. We change the sign. Now step two, flip the second fraction. So let's go ahead and do step two. This is the first one. It didn't say anything about changing the first one. So let's just write that over again. But it says flip the second fraction. This is multiplication, right? Because we changed the sign. Now I'm going to write the x squared minus 4 on top and x squared minus 1 on the bottom. We flipped the second fraction. Okay, step 3 is to simplify, either by factoring and or multiplying. So guys, let's go ahead and factor. Remember, we can do eye charts for all 4 of these. So guys, we're going to be doing a lot of factoring today. So my first one, 2 numbers that multiply to -10 add to -9. It's going to be some version of 1 and 10. Which one should have the negative? Yep, the -10. All right, that's the first one. This denominator here, -6 and 1. Some version of 3 and 2. Which one should be negative? Yep, the 2. Okay, next eye chart. I have a -4. What goes down here? 0, because there's no middle term. So I'm going to put 0. It'll be 2 and -2. 2 times -2 is -4. 2 plus -2 is 0. And then my last eye chart will be -1 and 0. That'll be 1 and -1. All right, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and write my factors. This first eye chart is x plus 1, x minus 10. The second eye chart is x plus 3, x minus 2, times this third one, x plus 2, x minus 2, and the last one, x plus 1, x minus 1. Now we're going to simplify. We can cancel out x minus 2 with this x minus 2, this x plus 1 with this x plus 1. Does anything else cancel? No? Okay, so that's our answer, whatever's left over. So I have x minus 10 times x plus 2 over x plus 3 times x minus 1. That's it. All right, we're going to change this to multiplication. I'm just going to write this over again. Whenever you are dividing, first step is to change the sign. The second step is to flip this fraction. So 6x plus 2 will be in the denominator. X squared plus 7k plus 10 is in the numerator. Now we're just going to factor. Which one of these will use an eye chart? Top right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the only one that will use an eye chart. Okay. So let's factor this one right here. We're not going to use an eye chart, but what can these both be divided by? I'll do it up here. 6k squared plus 2k. What can they both be divided by?
2k.
2 and a k, because they both have a k. That means 2k will go on the outside. What's 6 divided by 2? 3, and I'm left with 1k. That cancels. What's 2 divided by 2? Just 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. So that's the numerator. Again, we did not use an eye chart. So if I rewrite this numerator, it is 2k on the outside 3k plus 1 in my parentheses. And notice if I wanted to go back, I could. 2k times 3k is 6k squared. 2k times 1 is 2k. Okay, so you can always go back. That's how you know you did it correctly, is if you can go back to what you started with. Okay, let's do this bottom left. Let's do this denominator. What can these both be divided by? Oh, 2k again. Okay, so 2k divided by 2k. So 2k will be on the outside. Those cancel. I'm left with a k. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and those k cancel. So this denominator is 2k on the outside times k plus 5. Yep, we can cancel those out. Okay, now this one in the numerator will need an eye chart. So I need two numbers that multiply to 10 but add to 7. Good, 5 and 2. So I'll write that up here. K plus 5, k plus 2. Okay, last one, down here in the denominator. I'll show my work right here. What can these both be divided by? 2. So 2 will be on the outside. Let's see what's left over. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I'll write that right here. 2 on the outside, 3k plus 1. All right, guys, we're ready to cancel stuff. Yep, this definitely cancels. 3k plus 1 and 3k plus 1. K plus 5 and k plus 5. 2k and 2k. What's left? K plus 2 on the top and a 2 on the bottom. This is your answer. All right, next example. A division problem. Whenever you have division, you change this division symbol to a multiplication symbol and you flip the second fraction. So the 4 will be in the denominator, 2k plus 2 is in the numerator. This first fraction will stay the same. Okay, now we just factor and simplify. Which one of these will need an eye chart? Top left, what else? And the bottom left. This does not need an eye chart, okay? We just need a divide. Okay, so I'm gonna do an eye chart for the first one. Notice, guys, this one is a little bit different. This has a number in the very front. So we're gonna be doing the slide and divide method. So first, we're gonna do slide the 3 over to -10. What's 3 times -10? -30, so that number goes on top. And your middle number is -1, so that will go down here. Okay, so guys, this will be some version of 6 times 5. Which one needs to be negative? Yep, the 6 needs to be negative. Okay, so my factors will be x minus 6 and x plus 5. Guys, this is called slide and divide. So first we multiplied by the 3. Now we're going to divide by the 3. So let's divide both of these numbers by 3. What is 6 divided by 3? 2. Okay, so this will become x minus 2. Can we divide 5 by 3? Nope, so we'll bring the 3 to the front. So we'll write this as 3x plus 5. Okay, so that is the numerator factored. I'll write my factors over here. So we're gonna write this as x minus 2 and 3x plus 5. Okay. we'll also need a eye chart for x squared minus x minus 2. So I'll do that right here. Two numbers that multiply to -2 add to -1. It will be some version of 1 and 2. Which one needs to be negative? The 2. 1 times -2 is -2. If you add them, you'll get -1. So I'll write my factors over here. X plus 1, x minus 2. I already see something that will cancel. This 4, I'm just going to put it there. Okay, now let's take care of this one. I'll show my work right here. 2k plus 2. What can these both be divided by? 2. So that means 2 is on the outside. What's left over? What's 2 divided by 2? 1. I see a lot of people putting a 0 here. It should be a 1. Okay, so I'll write that right here. 2 times k plus 1. And we just cancel. Okay. K minus 2 cancels with k minus 2. I keep saying k, it's an x, sorry. This is an x, not a k. Okay. K plus 1 cancels with k. X plus 1 cancels with x plus 1, sorry. All right, so let's see what's left over. I have a 2. I'm going to put my number in front. And I have an x plus 3x plus 5. Put that right here. In the denominator, I just have a 4.
Wait, why did you slide the 2? Yeah.
I'm multiplying these.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you do 3 times 5 or 5 times 3. If you're multiplying, it doesn't matter the order. So it would not be wrong if you wanted to put the 2 behind it. It's not wrong. It just looks weird to me. Okay. Now let's simplify a little bit further. We can divide the 2 and the 4 by 2's. I'm going to divide this by 2. So my final answer, what's 2 divided by 2? 1, you don't really have to write that one. And 4 divided by 2 is 2.
So you don't multiply it. You don't do 2 by 3, actually. Yeah.
You could, if you want to do that, let me show you. So this is your answer, but you guys brought up a good point. You said you don't multiply the 2 in. You can. Let's see what we'll get. You'll get the same answer. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times 5 is 10 over 4. 6, 10, and 4 can all be divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 will give you this 3. 10 divided by 2 will give you this 5. 4 divided by 2 will give you this 2. It's the same thing. So whichever order you want to do it in, you still need to simplify it. Okay? Good point. All right. I want you guys to try example 4. And when you have it, I'm going to come around and stamp. All right. So this first one, you will need an eye chart. So I'll do it over here. 2 numbers that multiply to 2 times 6 is 12 and 7. That's 4 and 3. So we'll write x plus 4 and x plus 3. Do not forget to divide by what we multiplied by. We multiplied by 2 in the beginning. So this will become x plus 2, because 4 divided by 2 is 2. This cannot be divided, so we'll bring the 2 to the front. This will be written as 2x plus 3. Okay, so this fraction, the numerator will be x plus 2 and 2x plus 3. All right, let's work on this one right here. You have 3x plus 9. Those can both be divided by 3. So 3 is on the outside. This is what's left over. So I'll write that over here. Okay, remember we have to change this to a multiplication symbol, and these should be flipped. So x squared minus 9 is on the top. 2x squared minus 3x minus 9 is on the bottom. Okay, another eye chart. I need -9 and 0. That's 3 and negative 3. So I'm going to rewrite this as x plus 3 and x minus 3. Then I need another eye chart for this denominator. 2 times negative 9 is negative 18, and I need them to add to negative 3. That's negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. If you add them, you'll get negative 3. So this will be x minus 6, x plus 3. Do not forget to divide by that 2 that you multiplied by in the beginning. So this will become x minus 3. Bring this 2 to the front. This is 2x plus 3. So I'll rewrite this denominator with my new factors, x minus 3 times 2x plus 3. Okay, lots of things will cancel out. X minus 3 and x minus 3, x plus 3 and x plus 3, 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3. I'm left with x plus 2 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator.